Hello everyone. So I missed yesterday on purpose because, and I should have probably there shouldn't on myself, post a marker in there. So I'm going to do two videos today, this one, and then I'm going to do one right after it to get caught up. So this is for yesterday, and it's day 11, and then I'll do day 12 immediately following this. But I'm going to read today, again, don't know what it's going to say out of 365, and then we'll do some tapping on like our ability to say no. So this is for yesterday, but today, December 2nd. People say that what we're all seeking is a meaning for life. I don't think that's what we're really seeking. I think that what we're seeking is an experience of being alive so that our life experiences on the pure physical plane will have resonances with our own innermost being and reality so that we actually feel the rapture of being alive. Joseph Campbell from The Power of Myth, great book. He had a series years ago on PBS. I was still living in Chicago at the time, so I was like late 20s. It was incredible. So this is the writing following the quote. The voice of the world tells me I need to find the meaning of life. This is the ego telling me I need to seek the meaning of life. Yet often my seeking is grasping for meaning. When I'm grasping, things elude me more often than not. What if I can ask myself, what would help me to experience being alive right now? Being in the moment is a simple yet powerful way to experience being alive. It's a practice. When I practice just taking a breath, pausing and taking in what's around me, no matter where I am or what I have been doing. This is me being in the moment and taking it in. Often, I will notice that the more I do this, the more genuinely I experience being alive. I might also notice that in doing this, I'm connecting with my innermost being and reality because I'm aware that I'm observing life rather than pushing some agenda that takes me out of the present moment. As I take more moments like this feeling of being alive grows. I find that I'm actually present for my life more and allowing and guidance that moves me forward in joy and fulfillment. Thought I was going to have a bout of the hiccups, but I didn't. What if today I can practice being present for 2 to 3 minutes? I actually did that this morning. I was laying there and I was listening to a meditation app, but I was just aware of, I just started focusing on my breath in that moment and really paying attention to my breath. And it was a pretty profound experience for me because kind of like not ever before, because I was just so aware of the calmness that washed over me from focusing on my breath. And I've done meditation before and focused on my breath, but for some reason this morning, just for a few minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes, I was really aware of that. And by the way, this is what it looks like when you've been in bed for a few days. Not that anyone cares. So let's tap on, though, this idea of, because when we want to move towards inner peace, our ability to say no to someone, I always say it this way, saying no to others is often the way we're saying yes to ourselves, where we're giving ourselves a yes. And in our culture, and especially throw in gender-wise as a woman, and I know there's men that have a problem with no, but I think as a whole, women are enculturated to be like afraid to say no, to be pleasing, be kind, be nice, be agreeable, be the first to jump in and help at an expense to ourselves, where we get very out of balance in the giving and receiving and allowing ourselves to receive. And part of allowing ourselves to receive is to be able to just say, no, that's not going to work for me. I know for myself, it's such a journey and such a process. And in the beginning for me, and that can still be true, there's times I just am so forceful about my no, because I feel like if I'm not, I'm going to get run roughshod over. So, and then I've noticed at times when I'm really confident and I'm like, nope, not going to work for me, I don't have to use that force. I'm very grounded and very clear. And I see how that energy comes through to someone, and I get no pushback whatsoever because I'm like, nope, not going to work for me. And so think about some places where, you're like, it's a no, but you find yourself saying yes. And of course, the place I'm going to go to with this is, how are you judging yourself after the fact or even during, when you're like, this is really a no for me, but I'm saying yes anyway. So start tapping. Even though this is such a no for me, but here I go again saying yes. And I really get mad at myself about that. I choose to acknowledge this truth right now. Even though this is a no for me. But I'm watching myself say yes anyway. What if that's a great first step? What if I can learn to be kinder and gentler towards the part of me that learned to say yes when it's really a no? I choose to acknowledge my truth right now. I don't remember if that's 2 or 3, so go to the eyebrow. It's a no for me. But there I am saying yes. And I bet I judge this part of myself. I bet I get really down on myself. Because I find myself saying yes when it's really a no. And then if I do say no, I probably feel really guilty because I was totally taught to put everyone's needs before mine. That somehow that's the better way to be. But what if that's not true at all? What if everyone around me is actually way better off as I learn to honor me? And that is a hard-won lesson because I'm so hardwired to keep saying yes when it's actually a no. And what if it could be possible that I can just notice, first and foremost, observe myself in my yeses and learn to practice loving kindness towards the part of me that's always said yes and feels guilty saying no. And what if that's the best place to start? What if that actually makes it easier? Because I'm learning to say yes. I learned to say yes to others. But I'm learning to say yes to me. And that starts by noticing when I'm putting others first. And then soothing and comforting the part of me I learned to judge. And what if the more I practice this, over time, I can get better and better at saying yes to myself, which can sound like, no, sorry, that doesn't work for me. And know that, like anything I'm learning, it takes practice and patience to get. Take a breath. And if you found that helpful, go back and tap on this as many times as you need to, and I'll be back on shortly for day 12. Bye for now.